Hello and thank you for joining us on AppTV for our live coverage of the 2018 Homecoming Parade.
We have eyes in the sky and in the thick of the action to give you the most in-depth coverage of this wonderful Appalachian tradition. Our very own Annie Jones will be speaking with special guests on the AppTV Homecoming Float.
And Faith, this is a very exciting event.
I think it is too. It's the first time that Beasley is covering a homecoming event at all, so fingers crossed that this goes well.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the first time we've done any sort of live coverage like this on AppTV, and it's a first for all of us as students. And it's definitely a great event for us to be covering. Homecoming is a very big thing here in Appalachian State, and it foreshadows the big football game we have tomorrow against South Alabama. Will you be attending that?
I will. I'm excited for the tailgating. I think that homecoming always brings out the best tailgaters. Everybody goes super extra. Everybody brings out the big grills, and everybody just has that Appalachian spirit in them. So I'm super excited for tomorrow. I think it's gonna be great.
But so speaking of tomorrow and going back to today, with this parade, what are you looking forward to exactly from it?
So we have a lot of floats that, a lot of clubs and organizations that have floats and that are walking in this parade. So I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. How about you?
I'm just excited to see the different designs and how enthusiastic people are to share their organizations. And the theme is Cirque du Soleil, so it should be quite a show.
Definitely. Cirque du Soleil, French for Circus of the Sun. So we're going to see how creative they chose to get with this theme this year. I think it's a super vivid and super potential-filled theme, so definitely it's going to be interesting to see what they came up with.
And Faith and I were looking at the rundown of the people that will be in the parade today, and a lot of Greek fraternities and sororities, and lots of different council houses from dormitories on campus here at Appalachian State, and many other organizations as well as our downstairs neighbors, 90.5 WASU.
Yep, they're definitely going to be loud, so just be on the lookout for them. We're excited to see them. We also have our homecoming float. We had a couple of the interns get together and try and make something special for you guys, so hopefully you guys can see it and just enjoy the background with Annie on it, because we know that they worked so hard to paint everything and to get everything ready for today.
Yeah, we have live looks on King Street as well as River Street, and as we said before, Annie Jones in the back of our float. And are you looking forward to the guests she's going to have on for us today? I
am. They are our special guests. I'm excited to see who she pulls on and how they get off, because this is a moving float. She's taking them with her on the float through the parade. So we have interns set up to help get them on and off the float, so hopefully this goes well and no one breaks anything.
All right, and we'll go to Annie Jones right about now. Annie?
Hey guys, I'm here with Dr. Janice Pope, and we're in the back of the float at Rayleigh.
Well, hello, welcome to the parade.
So how are you celebrating homecoming this year?
Well, I'm celebrating by being in my first homecoming parade ever. I have never been in a homecoming parade, been in a lot of universities. First parade.
First parade.
First parade.
Very nice. Are you excited to see the game?
Oh, I am excited to see the game. I'll probably be watching on television, though. I don't think I'll come out.
Very nice. Well, I recently heard that the Appalachian joined the communication department. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, they did. In the past, Appalachian was in student affairs, and now it's with us where it ought to be. We've got AppTV, we've got the WASU radio, and now we have the Appalachian too. So we have all student media in the department.
Oh, that's so wonderful. I'm really happy for the new addition. So why don't you tell the audience a little bit about what you do here at App State?
Well, I'm chair of the Department of Communication. I'm interim chair of the Department of Communication. That means I'll be doing it for 1 year. And I was chair in the past for 7 years. So yeah, I'm serving in an interim role while we do a national search for a new chair for the department.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Jamie and Faith, back to you.
All right, thank you, Annie, very much. Thank you, Miss Pope, for coming on and talking to us a little bit about that. I actually had no idea that the Appalachian wasn't a part of the communication department.
Yeah, it wasn't for a long time. I was the video editor there last year, and different commitments this year. But they did move into the communication department. Ira David's in charge of that now, and it's definitely nice to see all student media under one umbrella.
Definitely, because we do work with the Appalachian Update, so make sure you tune in for that weekly. So it's just kind of nice to know that we're all under the same big communication roof.
Yeah, absolutely, and student media is very important to the way that we are able to set ourselves up for careers when we're out of Appalachian State. As long as we want to stay here, as long as we can, there is a time where we all have to leave this beautiful town of Boone.
Exactly, and honestly, the communications department has done a great job with these broadcasts and just getting us all together to work with everybody, and it's going great.
We'd like to introduce you to AppTV's original program, Pixel Peek.
Pixel Peek is a weekly news show covering the video game industry. Everything from the most recent announcements to hot topics and controversies are covered by us, your hosts.
Pixel Peek is also your home for interesting and objective game reviews and in-depth analysis of the industry's biggest names.
You can watch Pixel Peek every Wednesday at 4 p.m. on watchapptv.com or on any of these TV channels.
Thanks for stopping by, and we hope you come back to visit us here on
Pixel Peek.
Hello, I'm Dr. Paul Gates, host of The Academics. We at AppTV invite you to join us Wednesday afternoons at 2:30, where we discuss diverse topics with experts concerning current events and subjects impacting students and the high country. We'll see you here.
Y'all know no one watches this, right?
What's up, guys? The A-Game is here to give you highlights and updates for everything App State Sports. I'm Austin Lopp.
And I'm Grace Salter, and you can catch us here every Monday at 8 p.m. giving you the best coverage for all Mountaineer sports. You'll see in-depth reporting on the sidelines, including athlete interviews and Player of the Week.
We want you to be part of the Q&A game every week. Join us on channel 23.3 on App State's campus and 198 for Spectrum customers.
Be sure to join us right here on the only App State sports show, The A-Game, on AppTV.
I'm Susanna Cornegie.
I'm Annie Jones.
And I'm Faith Hatton.
And I'm Natalie Broom, and we're the hosts of the Appalachian Update. Your weekly rundown of what's going on around campus, brought to you by your student-run newspaper, The Appalachian. Tune into AppTV on Spectrum, Skybest Cable, or watchapptv.com every Saturday at 1:30 to hear the latest on-campus news, arts and entertainment, and sports stories. You can also pick up our newspapers every Friday at the nearest newsstand. However you get your news, the Appalachian Update has you covered.
Welcome back into Studio A here in the beautiful Beasley Media Complex. Faith Hatton alongside Jeremy Patel here for the live coverage of the 2018 Homecoming Parade, and we touched on some of the floats. Annie Jones out on our truck as well, our very own float, with Janice Pope, her guest at the moment. We'll be getting back to them very shortly, but in the meantime, what have you seen so far that you've enjoyed?
Well, I'm watching the parade slowly start off, and I'm starting to see some interesting floats. So hopefully as we get a little farther along, we'll be able to get some in-depth looks at some of those floats, look at some of the creativity that went into those. And I can see that King Street's already filling up with spectators, a lot of black and gold out there, so that's going to be super exciting to see their reaction when the parade actually gets to them. So looking forward to that, definitely.
Yeah, something magical about this town, not only in its own beauty, but with the black and gold spirit of Appalachian and the tradition up here with this school is very exciting to see, and something that's very special.
Definitely, definitely. There's nothing like the Appalachian spirit that really brings us all together. Everybody gets super excited for the homecoming events. I know I have family off the mountain that specifically come up here for homecoming events. The step show, you have the football games, you have the parade. It's just a super magical time that everyone wants to come and experience for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely, and something that brings everybody together, I would have to say, is the marching band, and they're leading the fray of this parade. And what do you expect from them?
So our marching band is amazing, honestly. If you ever go to a game, halftime show, they usually come in and dominate. I respect the marching band. That's a lot of math that not a lot of people know is involved with the steps and the counting, and then they have to, they're physically fit. They're out there, they're killing it. They are really straining themselves physically, mentally, everything all at once. So shout out to the marching band. I'm excited to see what they bring to the parade today.
Yeah, I can absolutely appreciate those calculations. As communication majors, we're not the greatest mathletes.
Yep.
That is no secret, as we find out in a lot of our classes.
Yeah.
Must mention that.
Oh yeah, a lot of our communication classes have surprise math, which is not something we really look forward to. But when it comes up, we kind of appreciate the major that we're in for what it is, because not a lot of math is involved. But when it comes up, we are not ready. But it looks like we are moving slowly but surely. The parade has gotten started. I am hoping traffic will survive this. How about you?
Yeah, well, it was almost difficult to get here, finding parking and everything being barricaded off for good reason, obviously. But yeah, traffic at this time of year, especially right before game days, it's a little difficult with River Street blocking off the side. You can't park on the side of the road, and they even had the traffic cones up starting 2 nights ago, I believe.
Yep, they had to start setting up traffic cones and trying to mark everything out. The map of the parade will be going in, and we are super excited to see how far this goes.
And we're going to head back to Annie Jones, who's on our AppTV float, alongside her special guest, Janice Pope.
Hey guys, yes, I'm here with Janice Pope, and we're in the back of Rob's truck for the float for homecoming in Rayleigh parking lot.
Well, and here we are. Yeah, this has really been quite the staging activity today. It's rows and rows of people getting ready for the parade, and now here we go onto the streets to really be the parade.
We're so excited here today. We've got our tech girl Susie in the back taking care of everything, so we are good to go, you guys. So tell me, are you excited about all the decorations out here today?
I think I'm excited about all the people out here today. There are so many wonderful people out here today, and it's so cool to I see people over here from the high school. I see people over here that I know are alumni. I see faculty members with children. So this really, it's just a whole cross-section of people.
So why do you think that this is the greatest university on earth?
Well, I have to say the location of this university is the greatest university. I mean, makes it the greatest university because we are special up here in the mountains of North Carolina.
We are so special, you guys. Thank you. That's me and Janice Pope. Back to you and Faith.
All right, thank you so much, Annie. So, Jamie, let me know, this weekend, any homecoming traditions you plan to honor?
You know, homecoming isn't something I'm used to. You know, my background, I've never actually done anything for homecoming. I don't really know what homecoming means, but I'm always down to learn. And, you know, tomorrow, unfortunately, I actually won't be in town, but
what?
I hope that you can pick up the pieces for me.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, let me enlighten you how we do things here in America. Homecoming is a special time of year when alumni, current students, graduate students, what have you, all come back to App to honor this legacy that we have up here. We just get together, and for a minute, older graduating people can come back and just enjoy being a college student again. That's what that's all about. My family specifically, we always watch the game. ESPN's going to make that a little bit easier this year, I think, because my mom is actually in Fayetteville right now. But we watch the game, and she's actually an App State alumni, so she likes to really bring in the black and gold. So we're trying to raise my brother and my sister to come here, maybe try and bribe them to keep the legacy going, but we're all definitely going to watch the game, maybe over Skype, maybe just live streaming it on ESPN, but we're super excited just to keep the tradition alive before I graduate and move on from this beautiful, beautiful town.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll return as well.
Oh,
next year.
definitely. Yeah, I have family up here. It's super easy to come up here and get super excited about Appalachian State. I'm actually kind of sad I'm leaving. You're a senior as well, right?
Yeah, graduating in May. So, you know, as you said, with alumni being a huge part of homecoming, once I am one, who knows, maybe I will return for homecoming.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, that's what it's all about, is bringing everybody back so we can all reminisce about the glory that is Appalachian State. I just can't believe you're going to miss the game. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a ringer, the tailgating and everything. What?
I'll be there in spirit, I must say. I will be keeping up with the score as I always do. And yeah.
Sounds good.
Pixel Peak is AppTV's very own video game news show. Hot topic discussions, objective game reviews, and much more, all right here on Pixel Peak.
To watch, tune to any of these TV channels or watch apptv.com at 4 p.m. every Wednesday. We hope you enjoy your time at Pixel Peak.
Hello, I'm Dr. Paul Gates, host of The Academics. We at AppTV invite you to join us Wednesday afternoons at 2:30 here on The Academics, where we discuss diverse topics with experts concerning current events and subjects impacting students and the high country. Join us on Channel 20 and 1020 for SkyBest customers, Channel 198 for Spectrum customers, and Channel 23.3 on App State's campus. We'll see you here.
Hello, I'm Ozzy Ostwalt, the host of Religion and Life on AppTV. Join me as we discuss topics and issues surrounding all things related to religion every Sunday at 9 a.m. Tune in and join us every week for an insightful episode of Religion and Life.
So I'm the new nightly news producer. Jamie can be a little much to handle, but it's fine because I can sass him as much as I want and not get fired. Watch This Is AppTV so I can go home and hang out with my cat.
Hey, shouldn't somebody
Mark me up. All right. Anybody?
All right, welcome back. We are back live with you now. It looks like the homecoming parade has just now made it to King Street. You can see the marching band really marching on through. Let's take a look at that.
Our very own Jack Swingle is in the air with live coverage. As you can see the marching band. Annie Jones somewhere in the mix. No, probably not at the very big front, I would imagine.
No, definitely not. She's definitely a little bit farther in the back, but that's okay because she is, again, interviewing people live and in the truck. We just saw them take off, and it was really funny, honestly.
Yeah, Susanna Cornegie, one of the many AppTV interns who is dedicated to the cause here for us at Appalachian State. Running the camera there, brave girl. She must be sitting on the back of that truck going over many bumps and not trying to fall off.
Yeah, we saw her hesitate for a second, but it was fine. It was great. We're looking at the parade now. Looks like we are in the flute section. Killing it. Amazing. You have to really appreciate the work that must have gone into just this routine. You know, every routine for the marching band is different. They can't just compete with the same thing over and over. So it's really just interesting. And plus you got to think about how different it is marching in a parade versus marching in a field. So that's super exciting. I'm so glad.
Yeah, absolutely. It must be nerve-wracking being out there in front of loads and loads of people on the side of the road, just performing and walking with many people around you. I mean, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, well, I know I couldn't do anything that the cheerleaders are doing. They are definitely marching in stride behind the marching band. Killing it as always. In those short skirts, they have to be cold.
And there's Aperion, the solar car, Team Sonergy, which is one of Appalachian State's many clubs. They are a solar car racing club. Compete at a very high level. They finished in the top 5 in the past 2 years. There's rows right behind Aperion, which is the new solar car. Directly behind them is another solar vehicle, a very huge solar initiative here at Appalachian State, being a very sustainable school.
Oh, it looks like a dog got loose on the action. Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. Look at it run.
Well, actually, you know, I don't think that's a dog. I believe that's a remote-controlled car.
Really? Is that also part of the solar initiative?
It must be. I actually have no clue what exactly is going on there. But I can tell you, you know, going back to the whole sustainable thing, sustainable vehicles are definitely the future. As we see a Nissan Leaf, another sustainable car, an electric vehicle directly behind them. So Appalachian State really showing off their sustainable projects.
So exactly what is it about the cars that makes it so sustainable? Are they electricity or?
Well, so solar power, obviously, you know, harnessing energy from the sun, you know, in order to control the vehicle. It's an electric vehicle, but the electricity is not being gathered by burning coal or burning fuel.
Okay.
It's harnessing natural energy from the sun. So that is quite something to see, especially in a race car.
Yeah, especially if it's been sponsored by the university. That is incredible.
You can see just a bit of stoppages in between here with the solar golf cart stopping and giving waves. I'm not sure if looks like they're throwing things from the golf cart. I would hope goodies and nice things for people to catch, nothing too dangerous.
Let's see, coming up behind them, it looks like just more avid fans. Awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see the spirit and that everyone's in a good mood. And you know, it was predicted to rain today, and it's a beautiful day outside here in Boone. And you know, recently we haven't been getting too many of those with lots of rain, and it's nice to see that, you know, the cliche, it didn't rain on our parade.
Exactly. I've never seen that actually come to light, but here we are. Happy circumstance. How serendipitous.
It looks like you guys can't see this at the moment, but Annie Jones is now passing our building, the Beasley Media Complex on River Street. We'll get back to her very shortly, but at the moment, the parade is in full swing, and you know, as much as we'd like to be out there in the moment, we're glad to be bringing you coverage here from the studio at Studio A in the Beasley Media Complex. That may mean nothing to you viewers at the moment, but you should stop by and see us here at AppTV. We love having guests and showing people around all the lovely equipment and things that we have to use, and showing what students at work.
Exactly. Definitely feel free to come in anytime for a tour. We have a rich history here. We are a young station, but 90.5 WASU has been dominating in awards and with programming, but we'll tell you more about that right when we come back.
we'd like to introduce you to AppTV's original program, Pixel Peek.
Pixel Peek is a weekly news show covering the video game industry. Everything from the most recent announcements to hot topics and controversies are covered by us, your hosts.
Pixel Peek is also your home for interesting and objective game reviews and in-depth analysis of the industry's biggest names.
You can watch Pixel Peek every Wednesday at 4 p.m. on watchapptv.com or on any of these TV channels.
Thanks for stopping by, and we hope you come back to visit us here on
Pixel Peek.
Hello, I'm Dr. Paul Gates, host of The Academics. We at AppTV invite you to join us Wednesday afternoons at 2:30, where we discuss diverse topics with experts concerning current events and subjects impacting students and the high country. We'll see you here.
Y'all know no one watches this, right?
Shh. What's up, guys? The A-Game is here to give you highlights and updates for everything App State Sports. I'm Austin Lopp.
And I'm Grace Salter, and you can catch us here every Monday at 8 p.m. giving you the best coverage for all Mountaineer sports. You'll see in-depth reporting on the sidelines, including athlete interviews and Player of the Week.
We want you to be part of the Q&A game every week. Join us on channel 23.3 on App State's campus and 198 for Spectrum customers.
Be sure to join us right here on the only App State sports show, The A-Game, on AppTV.
I'm Susanna Cornegie.
I'm Annie Jones.
And I'm Faith Hatton.
And I'm Natalie Broom, and we're the hosts of the Appalachian Update. Your weekly rundown of what's going on around campus, brought to you by your student-run newspaper, The Appalachian. Tune into AppTV on Spectrum, Skybest Cable, or watchapptv.com every Saturday at 1:30 to hear the latest on-campus news, arts and entertainment, and sports stories. You can also pick up our newspapers every Friday at the nearest newsstand. However you get your news, the Appalachian Update has you covered.
Welcome back into 2018 Homecoming Parade coverage live on AppTV. Jeremy Patel alongside Faith Hatton here in the studio, bringing you all of the action from many different angles. Annie Jones in the back of our AppTV float, in the thick of it for us, doing the dirty work while we sit here in our comfortable chairs behind a desk.
Comfortable chairs behind our comfortable desk in our comfortable studio, but this studio is so much more than just this live stream. We actually have an array of programs here on AppTV for you to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the producer of a program called This Is AppTV, which actually is one of the very few shows that doesn't actually utilize the studio too much. We only really use it for some parts of skits and things like that, but we're a mockumentary style program, a comedy program, and I also act in that show, so I wear many different hats in terms of that, but you're a producer of a few shows as well.
I am the producer of a show called The Academics. It is an academic themed show here on the channel. I am actually a first-time producer. This is my first ever show, and I'm super nervous but super excited to have a part of this channel that I can say, hey, I actually worked to make this happen. We just shot our first episode today, so hopefully that should be coming out next week, Wednesday at 2:30. Make sure you tune in. But we also have other fun shows. We're not just a purely academic channel. We do have Up Late App State, which is a sketch comedy show here on the channel. Annie Jones, who is currently struggling in our truck right now, is actually the one of the co-hosts for that show, and it's definitely one of my favorites. Definitely be sure to check it out.
Yeah, and we're going to toss to Annie Jones very shortly. She has a very special guest, a recent graduate of Appalachian State and a great friend of a lot of ours, and she's doing very well, but we will toss to her in just a moment. But like you said, we have also other programs, as you've seen the promos, and it looks like we're going to toss to Annie Jones, who's joined with Ashley Smith.
Hey guys, I have App State alum Ashley Smith here to talk to us. How are you doing, Ashley?
I'm good, Annie. How are you?
I'm doing really good. So what are you up to now?
Well, I'm currently living in West Virginia. I'm an MMJ multimedia journalist slash weekend anchor slash producer slash I just pulled a 25-hour shift producing the weekday morning show. Yeah, and anchoring that this week as well.
Oh my gosh, girl, you are killing it. So you enjoy it?
Yeah, I love it. It's had a lot of struggles when I first started off because there was like no really gap between graduation and starting, but for the most part, it's incredible. Like, it's what you expect it to be. Would you say that involved with some type of television work there's just a regular internship. Like, don't say no. But in AppTV, I definitely would have not got where I am right now.
That's incredible. So are you excited for the game? Are you going to go to the game?
I wish I could go to the game. I'm pulling a 12-day week, and I have to go anchor and produce the Saturday show tomorrow.
Well, she is really out here, you guys. It was very wonderful to see you, Ashley. I hope you're killing it out there. Faith and Jamie, back to you.
All right, welcome back. Thank you so much, Annie. Ashley Smith is actually a graduate of AppTV. She was actually on a show called The A Game. She was co-host with Braxton Critcher, who unfortunately also has already graduated. But we do miss her. It's so nice to see her back.
Such a lovely face Ashley has, and seeing her smile and she's definitely great for television and does a fantastic job over in Bluefield, West Virginia. And seeing her post about her job and how much she's loving it is exciting to see. And it's inspiring for us who are still here and looking to be in a similar field.
Exactly. Ashley honestly started off on the A Game, and that led to a full-time job. So there's hope for the rest of us, honestly. She did great work on the A Game, and I miss her and Braxton. Both here and both, just working the show, walking into a lab and seeing your friends there at midnight when we're all supposed to be sleeping like healthy students. It's encouraging. It's comforting, really.
Yeah, absolutely. We enjoyed the struggle. We
enjoyed the struggle, definitely. Let's take a look over at the parade. It looks like the College of Health Services is marching through downtown. There's the Cirque du Soleil theme. Super exciting about that. And we also are starting to get into the float territory. So super excited to see those. Looks like we have let's see, what club is this?
It looks like people who are in the parade are actually noticing the Jack Cam, otherwise known as our eye in the sky. At the moment, Jack is up in a bucket truck on King Street giving you coverage of that. It looks like different Greek fraternities and sororities are walking by. There's a graduate student association now going by with their banner. And a slight gap behind them as a truck is rolling up. Can't really make out what it is. It is a little bit difficult for us to differentiate the different parties involved here.
But look at that crowd. Look at how excited they are. They are lining up in the streets. You can see them literally with legs and feet in the streets, just super excited to get a piece of the action up close and personal. And that's really what homecoming is all about, just bringing that joy.
Absolutely. And tradition of that is long living here in Appalachian. And we'll bring you more coverage after this.
Pixel Peak is AppTV's very own video game news show. Hot topic discussions, objective game reviews, and much more, all right here on Pixel Peak.
To watch, tune to any of these TV channels or watch apptv.com at 4 p.m. every Wednesday. We hope you enjoy your time at Pixel Peak.
Hello, I'm Dr. Paul Gates, host of The Academics. We at AppTV invite you to join us Wednesday afternoons at 2:30 here on The Academics, where we discuss diverse topics with experts concerning current events and subjects impacting students and the high country. Join us on Channel 20 and 1020 for SkyBest customers, Channel 198 for Spectrum customers, and Channel 23.3 on AppState's campus. We'll see you here.
Hello, I'm Ozzy Ostwalt, the host of Religion and Life on AppTV. Join me as we discuss topics and issues surrounding all things related to religion every Sunday at 9 a.m. Tune in and join us every week for an insightful episode of Religion and Life.
So I'm the new nightly news producer. Jamie can be a little much to handle, but it's fine because I can sass him as much as I want and not get fired. Watch This Is AppTV so I can go home and hang out with my cat.
Hey, should somebody mic me up? All right. Anybody?
And we are back with our live coverage of the 2018 Homecoming Parade. So far we are in the thick of things here on King Street. Looks like we have seen floats from the Appalachian NTAP Society, Appalachian Popular Programming Society. Let's take a second to give them a huge shout out. Everything awesome about Appalachian State is really due to that amazing program.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of entertainment, they organize many of the concerts, and a lot of them that sell out at the Holmes Convocation Center, Legends, on what is that, Blowing Rock Road, right over by Hoey Hole, and Yeah, have you been to any of the programs that they put on, any of the concerts?
I tried to get tickets to the rap group that came up here. What was
Migos.
Migos,
Yes,
thank
absolutely.
you.
Who
Gosh.
didn't? Who didn't try to get tickets to that?
I heard they sold out in about 30 minutes. So again, amazing job for App Popular Programming Society for bringing them here. You never expect to see someone as popular as Migos here in Boone. So it's really amazing to see what they can do. I mean, this entire parade, everything about Homecoming Week is really due to App Popular Programming Society. So you got to give them a heads up.
Yeah, we're going to hand it over to Annie Jones, who's in the AppTV float with her third guest of this evening. Annie?
Hey, you guys, I have another special guest here, App State alum, Robin Palmer. So, Robin, why don't you tell me what you're up to lately?
So, as of last September, I've been a video editor at Marty Snyder and Associates for a year at this point. I do pretty much everything that goes through there. I'm the lead editor, but I also do production when they need me, when they need an extra hand. But yeah, that's pretty much the sum of it. A lot of the stuff that we deal with is NASCAR related. So if you watch NASCAR, you probably have heard the name Marty Snyder before. He's a NBC Sports on camera talent. So a lot of the stuff that we do goes through NBC Sports. We have a bit of a partnership with them. If you've ever watched Racing Roots, I just did the last 2 episodes of that. I helped edit, did graphics and color on them. So we do a bunch of big projects, but it goes all the way down to the small social media level if someone hires us to do that. So
That is awesome. So AppTV, would you say prepared you to get to where you are now?
Yeah, no, for sure. Honestly, I put in a lot of time and energy into AppTV when I was here. So that not only prepared me to put a lot of time and energy into my job now, but it also kind of the stuff that we did, the editing, the studio work, just the team work in general. Since we always had to work as a team, we did productions kind of like this. We'd be out and about, we'd do things. All of that kind of set up, paved the road for me getting my job now. They asked me, one of the big questions was if I had studio experience, and because of AppTV, I could say yes without lying about it. So that was always a good thing. I don't do too much of it now, but it's always good to have in your back pocket. But the stuff that you guys do, the stuff that I did, editing, production, everything, all of that stuff, it builds your resume, it builds your portfolio. Honestly, it just sounds good to an employer when you let them know that you worked for a TV production, TV station on campus, did all that stuff. So.
No, exactly. Thank you so much. So do you have any advice to maybe a student that wants to join AppTV but is questionable?
There's always something to do, and there's always something to put into your portfolio. There's always something, no matter how small it is. Just put the time and energy into it, and it will pay you back. If you get out of college without any experience at all, it's going to be extremely hard to find a job. One of the first questions I'm asked is like what I did in college, what I did after college, this, that, the other. So if you're interested, just talk to Rob, talk to someone in the in AppTV, and just find out what you can do. Find out if there's anything, studio help, setting up cameras, doing cameras, being out, doing stuff like this. Every little thing counts. Every little thing you can add to your resume, your portfolio, and just do it. That's, yeah.
Thank you so much, Robin. It was a pleasure to have you in the back of the truck with me. Faith and Jamie, back to you.
Thanks, Annie and Robin. That was a lovely bit of information from him, and great to see another successful Appalachian State graduate from our department as well. And he was very involved in AppTV, as he said, and you know, that's just something that we have to be involved in. What we're doing right now, it might actually set us up for a career, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, you never know. This could go in a portfolio. This could get us hired. Just one of the bigger news outlets, you never know. And just to be able to say, hey, we went to ASU, Appalachian State, go Mountaineers, everything helps. So let's take a look at what's going on outside. Looks like we got the App State football party bus. I've seen this bus at every tailgate I've ever been to, and I love it. Look at all those foam fingers waving like mad. Everybody gets super hyped. People are standing up and shouting just to get a chance to be waved at by one of the people on this float, and that is beautiful.
Do you reckon Jack can reach down and give a high five from his vantage point? He might be able to.
Well, with the size of those foam fingers, you never know. I really love how everybody, like most of the crowd, has a foam finger. Like that's one of the most underutilized sports pieces of sports fanaticism is the foam finger.
And now the moment everyone's been waiting for. The dogs are coming along.
Yes.
Always love to see a good pupper on the march, and it looks like he's dragging something behind him. Not sure if that's a wagon or something else, but that is a lovely sight. A border collie.
Oh my goodness, is that a baby? The dog is dragging a baby behind him in the wagon, ladies and gentlemen. That is a beautiful statement to humanity and how we are all one with nature. Oh my goodness. And we just saw the App State homecoming float from our Eye in the Sky with Jack. So that was amazing. We actually saw Susie take a picture of Jack in the bucket truck. So that is just really personalized.
It's a strange parallel, you know, seeing that AppTV truck go by, our different vantage points all crossing over together at one time. It's a interesting part of the parade, and we were looking forward to that. And you know, this parade so far, you know, is slowly but surely getting along, and it looks like River Street is cleared up a bit. That'll be good news for people who are trying to going around that whole mess, must say.
Yeah, one thing I will say about Appalachian State's homecoming, they are very respectful. We all work with the town to make this happen. They respectfully give enough notice to let everyone know the streets are going to be closed way ahead of time, and I think that the town really appreciates that heads up beforehand, especially because, you know, Boone is such a small, homey town that to see something this big come through from the university is super great, and just to see it go so smoothly and so cleanly, it's great.
Absolutely. And any floats you've seen so far that have been interesting to you, that caught your eye? Any favorites?
I did enjoy the Appalachian State Math Club. They had Rubik's Cubes on their hands as they walked by, and that was just a great call out to math and the 80s. Everyone knows someone who can finish a Rubik's Cube. I can't. Can you?
No, absolutely not.
I can't. I've tried. I have one that my friend Kevin actually fixed for me, and I haven't touched it since. And that's just where we're going to leave that.
Well, the kind of person I am, I would take the stickers off and just
make it work.
Just adjust it that way. Just make it look like I could do it, just to impress people.
Well, I did see a couple of floats that were really in tune with the Cirque du Soleil. I saw one banner with a giant clown on it, so thanks for the nightmares there. But otherwise, great job. I did see a circus tent on one float, so that was really cool to see. I wonder how they rigged that up. I wonder what mechanics went into that.
Yeah, we're on the Jack Cam at the moment now on King Street. Looks like the parade is towards the tail end. Some people filing out from the streets. Still a huge crowd out watching what's still to come. It looks like a fire engine maybe, and a few more organizations just making their way through King Street as this parade looks like it's coming to an end. And
yep, looks like it's winding down, but super cleanly. There's another pupper on the street. Oh, you gotta love the dogs. Definitely. And here is another float. Gotta love the people that they have involved in this. I wonder how much preparation actually went into the preparation of each and every one of these floats. Because you gotta think, they have to assemble a team.
Yeah, absolutely. And the organization of putting people in line and figuring out who goes where, it must be a big puzzle to solve for whoever's in charge of putting this together, and top credit to them.
Definitely. And I really like how our viewpoint, you can see the Appalachian Theater. Now the Appalachian Theater has a rich history here in the high country. I know that they are definitely right now under a very hard campaign to rebuild it in its original state. They're trying to really savor the authenticity of the original design. You can see they got the outside really well done. They really tried to capture the original design, and they've really done a really good job given that there's not a whole lot to go off of. All the photos they have are in black and white. The theater actually burned down for a time and really shut down for a long time. I know one of the members of the chair, Keith Martin, he's really been working for at least 3 years now to get the theater rebuilt just for the authenticity of it. So.
Yeah, and for a long time when they had rebuilt the facade, it looked like they were going to be doing it all at once, and that's one of those things that requires donations and people's interest for that sort of project to be undertaken. And I just saw the other day as I was walking down Howard Street, you can see the back of the building being torn down as they're going to rebuild. So that'll be a lovely sight to see. Maybe see a play or a concert or something there. Are you planning on seeing that?
Oh, absolutely. I've looked at the designs for the building, the plans for the future for the completed project, and they actually want to have not only plays, but they want to have speakers. They want to have different types of musical acts, and they really just want to give the theater as much space to do as much as possible. Definitely a worthwhile project. All the information is on the marquee. If you want to donate to that, I would definitely recommend it. It's a really good campaign of people. We will be right back after these messages, and we will see you guys in a sec.
We'd like to introduce you to AppTV's original program, Pixel Peek.
Pixel Peek is a weekly news show covering the video game industry. Everything from the most recent announcements to hot topics and controversies are covered by us, your hosts.
Pixel Peek is also your home for interesting and objective game reviews and in-depth analysis of the industry's biggest names.
You can watch Pixel Peek every Wednesday at 4 p.m. on watchapptv.com or on any of these TV channels.
Thanks for stopping by, and we hope you come back to visit us here on
Pixel Peek.
Hello, I'm Dr. Paul Gates, host of The Academics. We at AppTV invite you to join us Wednesday afternoons at 2:30, where we discuss diverse topics with experts concerning current events and subjects impacting students and the high country. We'll see you here.
Y'all know no one watches this, right?
Shh. What's up, guys? The A-Game is here to give you highlights and updates for everything App State sports. I'm Austin Lopp.
And I'm Grace Salter, and you can catch us here every Monday at 8 p.m. giving you the best coverage for all Mountaineer sports. You'll see in-depth reporting on the sidelines, including athlete interviews and Player of the Week.
We want you to be part of the Q&A game every week. Join us on channel 23.3 on App State's campus and 198 for Spectrum customers.
Be sure to join us right here on the only App State sports show, The A-Game, on AppTV.
I'm Susanna Cornegie.
I'm Annie Jones.
And I'm Faith Hatton.
And I'm Natalie Broom, and we're the hosts of the Appalachian Update. Your weekly rundown of what's going on around campus, brought to you by your student-run newspaper, The Appalachian. Tune into AppTV on Spectrum, Skybest Cable, or watchapptv.com every Saturday at 1:30 to hear the latest on-campus news, arts and entertainment, and sports stories. You can also pick up our newspapers every Friday at the nearest newsstand. However you get your news, the Appalachian Update has you covered.
Welcome back into the studio, and we'd like to thank you for joining us for this live coverage of the Homecoming Parade 2018, live on AppTV. And I've had a pleasure covering it with you, Faith.
Oh, I've enjoyed spending the night with you too, Jamie. Make sure you have time to check out AppTV on all our mediums. We have Appalachian Campus, channel 23.3, Spectrum customers, channel 198, and for Skybest customers, that's channel 29. You can also check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, our YouTube account is just AppTV. Just type it in, it's the first thing that pulls up. All of the episodes from our original programming are on there. You may not be able to see this on here, but we will find a way for you to find this as you archive the coverage that we've done today. And for Faith Hatton, I'm Jamie Patel. Thanks for joining us.
Happy homecoming.